Gotti sued for alleged assault in Miami and in Atlanta. I'm sorry, that one wasn't on there. So if you don't know who Irv Gotti is, you've been living under a rock. He's the big producer.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, a.k.a. Dre, a.k.a. Jonathan R&B Bully, a.k.a. Andre Marcellus. How's everybody doing? What's poppin'? Saturday, live from Atlanta. EJ, I see you in there. What's good? What's good? Well, I guess now Irv Gotti is under fire, just like Diddy. Just like some of the past people, R.Kelly. Hey, man, was it his turn? I don't know. But he was accused of SA, and the accuser is saying that he was forcing her on multiple occasions to top him off in public. And Irv Gotti is a funny guy, man. I haven't been around him too often, but I do have a good story coming up about when I was around him. And this was a time when man, what's good, Will? What's poppin', pimpin'? The link in there if you want to come on and talk your talk. But this one, I remember this story clearly of what Rob R.Kelly Kills did that day in Florida. Funny, man. Funny. But yeah, this is a cycle. Yeah, you're right. You're right, EJ. This is some type of cycle or a target on the 90s. They're going crazy on these people from the 90s. So I'm going to play this clip of this female on TikTok. She's become pretty popular with her stories. So I said I would snatch that. Salute to her. So check this out, and I'll be right back.
For alleged assault in Miami and in Atlanta. I'm sorry, that one wasn't on there. So if you don't know who Irv Gotti is, you've been living under a rock. He's the big producer for Murder, Inc. He helped Ashanti grow her shit and Ja Rule. Well, on July 11th, a woman identified as Jane Doe, because she don't want to be known, accused Irvin Domingo Lorenzo, I don't know why I said it like, of assault and abusing her over several occasions from 2020 to 2022 in St. Martin, Miami, and Atlanta. And get this, she don't want money, she wants a trial by jury. That means she really with the shits. Or her lawyer is just that good and knows that he will settle out of court. Now, Jane Doe said she met Irv Gotti during a poker tournament in 2020 through a mutual friend. And when they met, Irv was like, let me fly you out to St. Martin. She was like, bet, let's go. But as soon as she got there, Irv was like, hey, I ain't fly you out here for nothing. Let's get it in. And according to Jane Throw, he was threatening to send her home if she did it. But it didn't stop there. The suit claims that during their 2-year relationship, she suffered constant abuse at the hands of the rap mogul, who demanded that she perform unwanted acts, and he berated her for it. For instance, in January 2022, he flew her out to Miami and told her that she needed to give Sloppy Toppy in the elevator. And then he flew her to Atlanta that same summer and asked her to give him Sloppy Toppy in an Uber. It seems like Irv Gotti likes Sloppy Toppy. Now, according to Jane Doe, as a result to all the that Irv Gotti allegedly put her through, she suffered severe emotional and psychological harm for which she had to be committed into a psychiatric ward. Yep, that'll do it. And according to Jane Doe in the lawsuit, she's still suffering from these issues till this day. Now, according to Jane Doe, Irv Gotti, destroyed her reputation in the industry. She was scared to come forward because of who he was in the industry, and y'all know how the story goes. I went to Irv Gotti's dating history, and there is nobody past Debbie Lorenzo, and she was married to him. So I have no.
So you heard it from her. But I mean, I don't know if I believe this story. Even though he said it himself, he used to be really like out there on the X and on this and the that. I mean, he was really getting it in at a point, him and Ja. So my take on this, in my opinion, I don't know if this is true, but we shall see. But I mean, between Diddy and the Weinsteins and the R.Kelly thing, man, this is getting bad, man. And I think it's gonna continue because I never thought they would say anything about him because you guys know he beat a Fed case. Him and his brother, they beat a Fed case, and that doesn't normally happen. So for this to be on the floor right now, I don't know, but we'll see. So before I tell this story, you know how we got to do it. I got to go to the sponsor. So we're going to check out a piece of the sponsor's reel, and then we're going to come back, and then I'm going to tell the story. Lord have mercy, the story's crazy. Hold on. Let me see. I think I see somebody down there. Big Will. Hold on. We're gonna pause for a second. Let me get Big Will in here. Big Will.
Yo, what's good, family?
What's popping, man? How are you?
Man, beautiful day in the neighborhood. What's happening?
Okay. Man, this damn Irv Gotti. this damn Irv Gotti done lost his damn mind.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a little shake up to go with that.
Really?
Anytime a chick say my personal opinion,
Mm-hmm.
anytime a chick allegedly say that this dude did that to her for 2 years and his only threat was I'm gonna send you back home, and you kept on saying it, doing what he said. Yeah,
Right.
you really, really, really didn't want to go home. It ain't had nothing to do with nobody saying you or nothing. You did. You said you did it. He didn't assault you. He said, "Man, I want this," and you said, "Okay," for two
Right.
years. And he said, "Well, if you don't do it, I'm gonna send you home. You could go home for free. You
Right.
get on the plane, go home for free, and get your life going. Go to college if you want to do something with yourself. You chose to give sloppy toppy not to go home. How you gonna call the police with that? Police,
Right.
I wanted to get him some of this because I ain't want to go home. Can you arrest him? No, leave that nigga alone.
Right. Hey,
Now,
but
if he did
Will.
a deed or something where he blowing up cars and kicking you in the hallway and beating you up, all right, now you scared. But you scared to go home? That was the threat?
Right.
The threat was if you don't do this, I'm sending you home. And you so scared to go home that you do this for 2 years and blame it on him, you got problems.
But look, Will, she say she don't want no money. She want to go to trial.
That's all as the shorty say, that's all cap.
Is the cap?
What's the purpose of bringing it up? If you don't
I
want
don't
that, what's the
know.
purpose of bringing it up? You bringing up the fact that you made a conscious adult choice to keep doing what you was doing for 2 years, just not to go home. That was the threat.
Right.
The
Yeah.
threat was I'm
Yeah.
sending you home if you don't do this. All right, cool. I'm going home. You ain't got to do it. You did it because you wanted to. You didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
ain't your fault. That's yours. You got a problem with your situation. Fix it.
Oh my God. Well, Will, hold your next thought. Let me get to the sponsor real fast, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna tell this story. I don't even know if I told you this story, but this is really funny.
For sure.
But I will be right back.
Yes, sir.
right, we back. Hey, Will.
Yes, sir.
Harlem, New York, in the comments, she's saying that you're victim bashing. Harlem, do you want to come on and talk to Will about what you think about what he's saying? I mean, he makes a good point. He makes a good point. I don't think he's bashing her, but I mean, it just don't sound right.
Harlem, I want to say, Harlem, I respect all views and thoughts and opinions from people because everybody got their own opinion to whatever's going on. But
Right.
my opinion is, as a logical and thinking human being, that if the threat now, and I said it before, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on this, episode, but when that girl went through that stuff with Diddy, she was physically scared. She was truly scared because he had put his hands on her, beat her up, and that was
Right.
the threat. If you move, I'll kill you. You know I can. So yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
the threat. But if the threat of, if you don't do what I say you do, I'm sending you home, then you made a conscious adult decision not to go home and to do whatever he said. Because at any point, you could say later for this, send me home. And he said he'd send you home.
Right.
So
Right.
if it was that bad, why you didn't just go home for free?
Right.
He's not threatening to beat you up, kill your mama, nothing. I'm sending you home. Okay, then I got to go to the crib because you ain't gonna do this to me. It's simple
Right.
as that. I'm not saying I don't know what her mind state is. I
Right.
mean, it's somewhere because she figured it out and had to go to this place to get some help. And the fact that
Exactly.
we need help and then we don't go get it and now we're in jail and trouble somewhere. But this fact still remains, the only threat was I'll send you home. It was no, I'm
True
gonna
that.
hurt your family. It's I'm going to send you home if you don't do such and such and such. At any point she could have said, you know what, forget this, I'm going because
Right.
it's crazy. So no, I ain't
Okay.
victim bashing, I'm logical bashing. Yeah, I say you can say that. That don't
So
make sense
Harlem.
bashing. Yeah, I'm doing
So, so Harlem, if you want to come on and speak your piece, you can. But I'm gonna get
welcome,
to
you
this
sister.
story. Let me get to this story. Now, those of you that are new here might not know that I'm an original member of R.Kelly and Public Announcement. So all them, all them songs, Honey Love, Dedicated, Slow Dance, and I've been on majority of all the tours once Public Announcement was gone. It's only like a few that I wasn't on.
And
So
he being modest and saying because I was there when he wrote 12 play and we walked out the studio. I was there that day. So
well,
he being modest right
that's a
now.
whole nother show, Big Wheel, that we got to give him that. You know
Hey, get my bad, bro. Go on, get my bad. Go ahead.
what I'm saying? But we are gonna do that though. We're gonna do that. So we was shooting the remix for Fiesta with Jay-Z on. And this was in Florida. And of course, Jay-Z was there, Dame Dash and them was there. It don't matter. Dame Dash and them was there, all of that. So we didn't film with them. Okay, we didn't film with them, but they filmed their part separate, and then us and Kill, the whole crew, we filmed our part separate. So at the shots, the last shot towards the evening was the shot by the ocean, and prior to getting to the ocean, it was like a kind of wooded area, and people were walking around and this and that. So I saw Irv Gotti walking. I don't remember if it was him and Ja Rule or him and somebody else, but they were out there too. I'm like, damn, what the hell they doing out here? So after the video shoot, guys, we on the tour bus. Rob always traveled in what I'm saying, in this tour bus. So we on the tour bus sitting in the front, and somebody came to the bus and said, "Hey, Irv Gotti wanna meet Kales and this and that." So he came on the bus. Now when he came on the bus, he was like, "What's up? What's going on, man? What? Yeah, man, you got to check out, man, this new stuff I got. You know what I'm saying, with Ashanti and this, that. You know what I'm saying?" And it was on like one of them. I don't know if you know. The average listener probably ain't never seen it, but when you get like a demo out of the studio, it's like a white label CD, and it just had Ashanti on it. So he leaves out, and then we we preparing to go. So I was like, dude, put the CD in. Let's hear what it sounds like. And man, we put that CD in, and I don't know which record it was, but we both looked at each other, and there was other people on the bus too. We both looked at each other like it was trash. Total trash. Why this man opened up the tour bus window and frisbeed it out the window. And I am not kidding. I am not kidding. Frisbeed it out the window and said, man, that is trash. I never forget that. Horrible. Horrible. But anyway, that's the story on that. I just wanted to tell that quick little story, man, because that was so funny. But yeah, Ashanti. That first CD, maybe it was the album fillers. I don't know, Will. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that we was listening and was like, we couldn't believe it. Like, what is this? And that man opened that window up and flung that out so fast, I almost passed out laughing. But there's my story for the day. So, Will, what else you got?
I don't know. Let's go to the next one. I mean, my thought was what's understood don't need to be explained about that one.
Hey, Harlem, you want to come on? Harlem says we only know what was said in the lawsuit. We don't know any details. True that. But
right.
even what we know seems sketchy though. Let's keep it
And
up.
the fact that in a lawsuit, whenever you prepare a lawsuit, you prepare all the things that you're accusing this person for. You don't just prepare a few and then leave the rest out.
Right.
Anywhere near beat or anything like that, it would have been in a lawsuit because that would add to the charges against the person. If she just want a trial and she just want him to go to jail or whatever it was that she wants, all the details and any lawyer would have told her what else happened, so we could put it all in the case. And then once we file it, if we win on say she doesn't win on the fact that he told her she was going home and she didn't go home, say that one they throw out. But everything else she would have put on there, he beat me, he starved me, he this, he that.
Right.
Then those are all he has to fight and prove that also. And I mean, the state has to fight and prove that. And once they prove that or disprove it, or the defense disproves it, then that's one more down. But you got 6 more to go. So you may get all 5 going, and then the last one you get hit on and get 10 years for the last one.
Okay.
So if
Well,
she didn't put,
Harlem, New York says she wants a trial. Why put everything out there?
because that would help her trial. See, when you have a trial with a jury, only thing that you're backing on, it's sad to say, it's not always backed on evidence. It's backed on the emotion of the jury. So when you have a trial by jury, if you can make the jury compassionate for you and what you went through, and I'm just using this for example, while you kill somebody, then they'll go and sway in your favor and say, well, yeah, Harlem wasn't wrong for shooting that dude. He shouldn't have never did this. But if you just say, man, he didn't close the toilet stool seat and we got into a fight and I shot him. Well, now that makes you a murderer. They don't know the backstory. So the whole purpose for the backstory is to weigh the jury in your favor so that you'll win if you want a jury trial. So
Okay,
now if
let
the
me ask
only
you
thing,
this then. Let me ask you
okay,
this then, Will. And I'm gonna say this respectfully because I know this is what the people are thinking. Are you a lawyer?
no, I am not. I am married to a paralegal.
Okay, 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 Harlem, what you got for him now? Let me see. So if a video comes out next week and he's dragging this woman down the hall, you changing your story?
No, now I have more information on what's going on. Like you just said, we can only go off of what's going on. So for me to say what I'm saying off of what's going on, I'm only going off the evidence presented to me. So now, if there's more evidence, then there's more stuff to talk about. But right now, I couldn't be. You and I have the exact same information, and this is what I was saying about a jury. You and I have the exact same information, but the way we're taking it is different. So you're gonna be on the side of a jury as, oh man, he shouldn't have did that to her. But I'm gonna be on the side of a jury of which time in there did he threaten her or make her not leave. He told her that he would let her go home. He would send her home.
Right.
So that's why you put more into the charges that you file, because it's more stuff to be decided on as opposed to just one thing. And now everybody is not going to agree on one thing,
Right.
but maybe maybe five or six or seven or ten of them agree on another thing, and the other two will be like, man, I guess you're right, and go to that one. But when you got one thing to decide on, 50-50 chance that you will be in there all night trying to solve this case, and it's not enough information. So if they bring a video out of him dragging her, beating her, or all up in her face, got her by the throat, yeah, you a dirty nigga. Oh, maybe I don't know if I can say that on it, but you a dirty stud, and you deserve whatever coming to you. But if I
Hey,
just tell you you could go home
yeah.
and you don't go home, then you didn't go home.
Well, EJ says, I guess this is to you, Harlem. EJ is saying they stuck on the sob story than the common sense. And Harlem says to you, EJ, uh, sorry, but she's a victim until proven otherwise. And then
No,
Harlem,
no,
then
no.
Harlem also
That's not
said,
the law. That's not the law, Harlem. The law is he's innocent until proven guilty.
okay, now
That's
Harlem, New
the law.
York saying this, Will, I'm a DV survivor. I'm not questioning
No,
story until I
no.
get more info.
Hey, and sister, I'm a survivor through my parents. So I understand what you're saying. And that's what I'm saying. Off of the info, and we're saying the exact same thing, love. Off of the info that I got, which is I will send you home if you don't do this. Just off of that info that I have. That's why I said what I said. Now this is, like you said, very open, and in the beginning of the trial, I mean beginning of everything, just like with Diddy, the more evidence that come out, the more it's like, oh my God. But in the
Right,
very beginning, if you tell me that him and some boy of age was wherever they was, and the boy talking about he made me do this for 5-10 years, how?
right.
How? When you woke up in another place every day and was able to do whatever it is you want to do, how? But in this case, off of just of what we have, then there's no. The law is he's innocent until proven guilty. So that's why, like in a jury, if I was in a jury, love, if I was in jury selection, I would pick you. If I was a part of the prosecution, I mean, no, no,
Hey,
no, ain't no serious, because that's what they do. If
no,
if a
no, I
child
know,
got
yeah,
murdered,
yeah,
if a child get murdered, they always try to pick a parent or a survivor of losing a young one. So it was
yeah,
swayed towards that, and
yeah,
then it's the defense job to try to get their minds back towards him. So
yeah.
yes, you would pick survivors, but if as a survivor myself, I know that my mother made the choice that she made in my life and in my siblings' life to do what she did. And now, 57 years later, they still married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She made that choice. Did nobody make my mama stay there? And now, don't get me wrong. My pops wasn't no dirty nigga that just was always like that. It happened maybe twice in my life, two times too many, you ask me. But
Right.
but she made the conscious adult choice to stay there and deal with it. And now today, you can't separate them. You cannot
Well,
separate them. She do
well,
what
you've
she
heard it.
wants.
You've
You know
heard
what
it
I'm
from
saying?
Big Will, Chili Chill. Thank you, Will, for coming through, man. This was unexpected, brother, but I appreciate it. And you know you can hit me up ahead of time, man. If you see it coming on and
And it
this and
just
that.
popped up, and I was out here. I said, let me support my man. See what he
Yeah,
talking
man.
about.
Yeah, man, come through because I like your perspective. And Harlem, you continue to be combative. You know what I'm saying?
And
Stand
Harlem,
your ground. You know what I'm
Harlem,
saying?
my blessings go out to you, Harlem, for you being a survivor. You a miracle walker. I just don't. Hey, we just gotta let what happened. Is not. It was that person, and then just carry your life on and know that you're a blessing walker. Because it could have been so much worse. That's all.
Hallelujah. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I'm your boy, Andre Marcellus, aka Giant the R&B Bully. Hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.